Fentanyl is also coming from Mexico.
July 5th, police searched a home in Edmonton, seizing 67,000 fentanyl pills worth about $2 million.
Mainly because of the highly dangerous fentanyl authorities believe Jones was using to mix with the heroin.
Which, as you know, has been laced in heroin deaths and related to 22 deaths in western Pennsylvania over the past couple of weeks. It is a very dangerous narcotic, and when mixed, it can cause overdoses quite frequently. Good evening. This is just some of the 795 stamp bags of heroin police found when they arrested a suspected drug dealer in Johnstown. What you might not have noticed, though, in that photo is something that had investigators really worried. 2 vials of fentanyl that police say he was going to mix into the heroin and create a deadly drug. The bust is so serious that the Attorney General is now involved, and Maria Miller is in Johnstown tonight with that story. Maria?
Authorities are obviously happy to get that amount of drugs off the street. Their worry tonight, though, is the fentanyl, whether or not it was mixed with heroin, and if so, how much has already been distributed. Now, we did stop by the house where police say they found most of the drugs in cash. A woman inside, though, told us that she and her daughter had no idea it was there. The Attorney General's office said it all started with an undercover buy from Jermaine Jones at this apartment in Oakhurst. From there, officers followed the car he was riding in, and when the driver failed to signal she was turning, police pulled the car over. A criminal complaint says police were given consent to search, and that's when they found close to 400 stamp bags of heroin, marijuana, $1,700 in cash, and 2 vials of liquid fentanyl in Jones's pockets.
You're never surprised anymore with what's out on the street. The quantity, the large amount of the heroin and the cash was an indicator that this individual was a fairly large dealer.
But that's not all. When investigators went to Jones's girlfriend's house on Stone Street, they say they found a box in the basement that contained even more drugs and cash.
$27,430 in cash, a large quantity of marijuana, and 408 stamp bags of heroin.
When we stopped by the house on Tuesday, a woman came outside and asked us to leave, but she didn't back away when I continued to ask her questions.
My daughter lives here. He does not live here.
I understand that the police took a large amount of heroin and pills and cash out here. $28,000 worth of cash here last night. Do you have anything to say about that with the child living inside?
Yeah, there are several children living here. Obviously, if we knew that something like that was in here, it would not have been in this house.
That woman's daughter has not been charged, but Jones has, and the Attorney General's office is heading the investigation, mainly because of the highly dangerous fentanyl authorities believe Jones was using to mix with the heroin.
Which, as you know, has been laced in heroin deaths and related to 22 deaths in western Pennsylvania over the past couple of weeks. It is a very dangerous narcotic, and when mixed, it can cause overdoses quite frequently.
That's something new to us as far as seeing it on the streets, and certainly that part of the investigation will continue as to the source of the fentanyl and where that came from.
Jones is in prison tonight. No one else is facing charges. Authorities say their next task will be to determine whether or not the heroin that he was allegedly dealing was connected to any of the overdose deaths in Pittsburgh. Reporting live in Johnstown, Maria Miller, 6 News.
Edmonton police have made the largest fentanyl bust in Canadian history. It happened on July 5th. Police searched a home in Edmonton, seizing 67,000 fentanyl pills worth about $2 million. Police then conducted 3 more searches in Edmonton and a 4th in Sturgeon County. That's when they uncovered more drugs. The total, 130,000 fentanyl pills worth $4 million. Investigators say the fentanyl pill processing lab was found inside an upscale home, making the bust a double blow to illegal drugs in our province.
We know that this drug bust is very significant, and we believe that we have saved a number of lives by taking all this fentanyl off the streets. However, we're not naive to think that this has eliminated all the fentanyl, obviously, but we think that this has made a difference.
Now, police also seized more than $1 million in cash, hundreds of thousands of dollars in other illegal drugs, and other property relating to the operation. Calgary police say they have prevented deaths in our city after shutting down a fentanyl lab in the Northwest.
A husband and wife face charges after hundreds of pills and thousands of dollars were seized during a month-long investigation. Jordan Canigan joins us from police headquarters. And Jordan, officers say this is a significant drug bust.
Yeah, Ian, it's especially significant when you consider that one of the pill press machines can produce up to 120,000 fentanyl pills in a single day. So police say they certainly put a dent into Calgary's drug trade with this bust. And it all started after tips came into police via Crime Stoppers about a possible dial-a-dope operation in September. About a month later, on October 12th, that is when 2 people were arrested. There was also warrants that were executed at a home on Evansboro Green Northwest. Inside that home, police found 2 pill press machines, equipment to make counterfeit money, as well as more drugs and guns. Police say operating the equipment and having all the material is a blatant disregard for public safety. Among what was found were pills of W18, which is a drug 100 times more toxic than fentanyl. And police say all of it is a danger to the addicted population in our city.
We believe that because of the search warrants that were executed and people that are actually arrested because of this, Calgary's a safer place today.
Now, Behrooz Rafizada and Jocelyn Saliba now face 59 charges. They're also believed to be the first people to face a new charge under provincial legislation that bans people from owning pill press machines without a proper license.
2 people are facing 59 charges after police busted a huge fentanyl and counterfeit money manufacturing lab. The gang enforcement team began investigating after the public tipped them off about a dial-a-dope business. Among the items found, $500,000 in real and counterfeit cash, 100 fentanyl pills and other drugs, a 9mm handgun, and numerous other guns. Police also found 2 pill presses, something that made this bust even more important.
This is extremely significant in the fact that tens of thousands of pills could be produced daily with these instruments, and this organization, and I'll call it an organization, facilitates that. We're very confident that we've stopped deaths from occurring because of this seizure.
The pill press charges are believed to be the first under a new law that states no person shall own, operate, or possess equipment for making pills without a license. Behrooz Rafizada, 27, and his wife Jocelyn Aida Saliba, 28, of Calgary, have been charged. Police allege they worked for an organized crime group.
And police say that this is a mid-level bust, people that worked for a larger crime organization around the world so that these drugs could be exported out of Canada as well. So they're saying that the lives saved potentially could be all over the world.
The bust in Airdrie resulted in these items being seized. The bust started with a traffic stop, which led investigators to a home on Big Springs Drive. Inside, officers say they found all these guns, drugs, and cash. 2 men and a woman face a number of charges.